There you go.
All right, well, let us go ahead and get started. So I wanted us to start on our backs today, and I want you to grab your blanket and fold it up like this. So you start with your blocks. Yeah, and blocks too. So start like this, and then fold it in half, and then in half again, and then fold that in half so that the sides come together. And have one of your blocks. So we're going to sit on the blanket, block in front. And then we're going to roll down, so just gently make your way to your back so that your hips are elevated. And then we're going to put our feet on the blocks in Baddha Konasana. So soles and feet together. So this is sort of a combination of Baddha Konasana and supported bridge. With the blanket under our hips instead of the block, I find it just so much more comfortable. And so just close the eyes and start to glide on your mat. Hands can be on your hip creases, on your heart, alongside your body, whatever feels good for you this morning. Not any sighs or noises that you need to make as you exhale. Let the shoulders melt into the mat. Let the jaw relax. And then start to deepen your breath into the three-part breathing, inflating the belly on the inhale and the ribs up into the chest. And exhale in the reverse, chest, ribs, belly. So in this shape we have lots of room to inhale, so really fill the torso with breath. Exhale it out. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose as much as possible throughout the practice. And your job today is to stay safe. Enjoy the practice. Don't go beyond your comfort level. Even if I'm pushing you, listen to your body. And as you're ready, let's bring the knees together. You can slide the block out of the way with your feet. Bring the feet to the mat. Press into your feet to lift the hips. Slide the blanket out. And we'll bring the low back down. And we'll just take some gentle bridge poses here. So arms down by your side. Fingertips grazing the backs of the heels, heels in line with the hips. Tuck your chin towards your chest, and then just pick up the tailbone, round the tailbone towards your face, and just gently press into the feet, lifting the tailbone just a few inches off the mat. And as you exhale, roll back down from the top to the bottom, so keeping that tailbone curled towards your face, flattening the sacrum all the way down. Now tip your hips forward, so tuck your tailbone toward the mat, lift the hip points towards the ceiling. So coming into a forward tilt with the hips. Roll the sacrum back down, tuck the tailbone towards your face as you press in, rounding up, lift up just a little bit higher this time. We'll just take a few of these, inhaling and exhaling, coordinating breath with motion. So as the hips come down, exhale. As you inhale, roll the hips forward. So you're coming into an arched spine here, or a sway back spine. Deepening the S curve in the lumbar spine. Roll the spine down, press into the feet, lift the tailbone, lift the hips a little bit higher now. And rolling down. Hug your right knee into the chest. And just rock side to side a little bit. You can pull the knee towards the armpit if that's more comfortable. Rocking side to side. Bring the right foot down to the mat. Inhale, pick up the left knee, hug the knee in, either right to the chest or up to the armpit, a little bit up to the left. And then again, rock side to side. Keep your right foot planted. And now pick up your right foot, bring both knees in, hug both knees into the chest. You can grab opposite wrists, roll side to side. And then start to roll forward and back. So you can put your hands below your knees to get some momentum going. And just rolling forward and back over the spine. Just have some fun with this. And then as you're ready, plant the feet and make your way to a tabletop position. So you can have your blocks handy at the top of the mat. I would encourage you to use your blocks as much as you like during the practice today. So especially if you're coming back after not practicing for a while, or you just want to take it a little easy today. By using the blocks, we can extend the length of the arms, and we keep a little less, the pressure on the wrists is a little bit less. So right here, let's come into cat-cow, knees directly below the hips, wrists below the shoulders. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest through the gate of the arms, lift the gaze just to horizontal, just looking at the horizon. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone, initiate from the tailbone, rounding in, press into the blocks of the mat to round the shoulders, expand the space between the shoulder blades, and inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Squeeze the elbows toward one another. Exhale, round out like your Halloween cat. Inhale. And exhale. Now start to use that wave-like motion where we sink the hips back toward the heels, and then bending the elbows, roll forward. So like you're tracing your nose along the mat and then pressing up. So it's the same motion, but we're making it into a flow, rounding in, heels, hips to heels, bend the elbows, nose toward the mat, and then slide forward. Face comes between the hands, and then press up, cat or cow, and then rolling back down. Just take a couple more of those at your own pace. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. And on your last one, we'll come to a neutral spine. Take a look over your left shoulder, looking at your left heel. So get a little bit of a side bend here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Step your right foot through. And we'll come into our low lunge. So you might need to move your left knee back a little bit so that when we press up, our knee stays over our ankle. And we'll just warm up the hip flexor here. So sinking a little bit lower. Try to keep the torso over the hips. Shoulders away from the ears, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Pressing into the top of the back foot, as well as the front foot. And down, grab your blocks, take your blocks with you as you shift the hips back. We're just going to come into an easy half split. So we're still warming up. So straighten your front leg, heel to the mat, toes towards the ceiling. And keep a bend in the knee and then just fold forward. So by bending the knee, we're going to get a little bit deeper into the crease of the hips. We're able to come a little bit further forward. Just let the head and neck relax. Moving up the hamstring. You can point and flex the foot. And then as you're ready, press up, bring the right foot back, right knee comes underneath, left foot comes forward, warming up. So keep a bend in the knee, and exhale as you fold the torso toward the thigh. Relax the head and neck. Keep a bend in the knee so you don't overextend the hamstring just yet. And breathe into that tightness. Pressing back up. Plant the left knee back down by the right. Move your blocks to the top of the mat. Shift forward into plank. So rocking forward, lifting both knees, press back into the heels, and then up to downward facing dog. So walk your feet in so that your heels come all the way down on the mat. Press into those blocks like you're trying to push them to the top of the mat. Walking your dog here, bending one knee and then the other. Breathe. Looking toward the top of the mat. As you exhale, take your journey toward the top of the mat, however you get there. Stroll, walk. And fingertips to the floor. Crown of the head relaxes, knees are bent. Inhale, we'll come up halfway. Look into the center of the room. Exhale, fold. Inhale with bent knees, rolling up, nice and slowly. Head comes up last. Making our way back to standing. Feet hip width apart. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Bending the knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms back, around and up. Reaching up. This time let's take a little back bend. So palms together. Reach, cross your thumbs, reach the fingertips forward, squeeze the biceps by the ears, and then press your hips forward as you reach your fingertips back. Warming up the spine. Getting a nice stretch here. You can let the head and neck relax back if that's comfortable for you. And then reach it back up to standing. Hands to heart center. So we're going to do a little work on the thighs and hamstring with some chair pose work. You can keep your blocks handy. Mostly we're going to work on the lower body right now. So we'll start in chair pose, just gently sinking down into chair pose, float the arms up. So nothing too deep or rigorous right here, just warming up. Exhale, back to standing, float the arms down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Inhale, float the arms up. And exhale down. I just realized I'm going to turn my mat this way so that my back is not to you, Candace. All right. That's better. So back at the top of the mat. So we're going to sink into chair pose. Arms come forward. Now shift the weight to your left foot. Pick up your right foot so that your big toe is on the mat. And now balance here. Try to pick up the toe. Bring the foot down. Back to chair. Back to standing. So this should be, I don't want you like really forcing yourself into your deepest chair. So just nice and gently, arms floating up. So it's not so much about trying to keep the chest lifted like I'm normally directing you. We're really focusing on the lower body. So not in your deepest chair, somewhere where you can be comfortable to really focus on balance and strengthening here. Pick up your left foot so that your big toe's on the mat. Find your focal point. Pick up the foot. Bring it down. And float back up to standing. All right, this time we're going to float the arms up, sink into your chair. Pick up the right foot, big toe. Lift the knee this time. And now try to bend your right knee to meet your left. So bring the knee down and up. Down and up. Takes a lot of concentration, building strength in that left quad. One more, down, up. Bring the foot down. And release. Take a couple of breaths. Reset. And other side. So sink the hips down, arms come forward. Picking up the left foot, toe to the mat. Knee comes up. Find your balance before you do anything. Now bring the left knee down to meet the right. Bring it up, down, up. One more. Smiling, down, and up. Straighten the leg, bring the foot down. Shake it out, just let it go. All right. Good job. So now we're going to step back to lunge using that same, balancing. So bringing the foot up as we come back and step back into our lunge. So starting with the hands on the hips. Inhale, reach up, take a little back bend. Hips forward, arms come back. Exhale, swan dive forward. Fingertips to the mat and release the head and neck. Inhale, half lift, looking forward, flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms back, round and up. Reach up, back bend. Exhale, sink right into your chair pose. Hands come to the hips. Pick up the right foot, just like we did. Keep the front knee bent, keep the left knee bent. As you reach that leg back, just keep it lifted for now. Keep the front knee bent. And then bring it forward. Bring the knee up. Hug it to your chest. And then this time we'll bring it back again, hinging from the hips. Nice and slowly bring the foot back. Touch the big toe down gracefully. And bring the toes to the mat, heel stays up. Now you might have to shimmy that foot back a little bit to get enough distance so that your knee stays over your ankle. Hands can come to the front thigh. So give you a nice hip opener. Try to keep the torso lifted over the hips. Pressing that right heel back. And gracefully bring the knee down. Lift it back up. 3 times down. Up. Looking at right quad. Down. And up. This time we'll come all the way down gracefully so you don't hurt your knee. Have your blocks handy. And we'll take our half splits again. So left heel to mat. This time, take your hands over to the outside of your left leg and just come into an easy twist. So you can feel how that, keep a bend in that left knee. Moving up the side body here. Notice if your foot is sick or just look back and my toes were not in line with my heel on the back foot, so make sure that's set up. Come back to center. And using the blocks, pick up the right leg, knee comes up, left leg goes back to meet it, plank. Press the heels back, arms strong. And now we're going to come all the way down to the mat. You can bring your knees down if you like, or just practice your chaturanga, slowly coming down, all the way down to the mat. If your hands are on your blocks, either way, we're going to come up to cobra. Inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lightly with the hands on the blocks or the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Lift the sternum. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale. Press the hips into the mat. Tops of the feet into the mat. Lift the chest. Squeeze the shoulders together. Elbows hug in. Exhale down. Inhale, we'll make our way back to downward dog. So if you want to go knees, chest, chin, press them up. And lift the hips, downward facing dog. Walking your dog here. Yogi's choice as to whether you continue to use the blocks or not. Walking it out. Really press into the hands so like you're trying to bring your forearms down to the mat. Lift the tailbone towards the side ceiling. Head and neck relaxed. Chest moving towards your thighs. Holding here for 3 and 2 and 1. Moving to the top of the mat as you exhale, walk forward. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Elbows come out wide. Keep a bend in the knees. And then use your pulling against your toes to deepen your forward fold. Release the grip. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, keep a bend in the knees as you sweep the arms back, around and up. Coming all the way up, reaching up. Take your back bend. Exhale, hands. All right, just take a Tadasana for a moment here. Close the eyes, let that side go. All right, as you're ready, let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way back up to standing. Reach up. Exhale, sink into your chair pose. Utkatasana. Hands come to the hips. This time hinging forward, we're going to pick up the left foot, reach it back. So it's almost warrior three, except your right knee is bent. Reach the foot back, and bring it back up. Reach it back. Taking your time, nice and slowly. Find your focal point. Concentrate. Knee comes back in. This time, exhale as you extend the leg back. Big toe floats down to the mat. Lift it back up. And now toe comes down. All the toes come down. Press that heel back. Come into your high lunge. So take a look and make sure your front knee is not bending in or winging out. Make sure it's moving right over the middle toe. Press into the back heel. And you can press down, getting a nice stretch in the left side. Hip flexor, press the torso up. Breathe here. And now we're going to bend the knee, don't bring it all the way down. Just some strengthening here. Bend and straighten. Smiling, bend and straighten. Last one. Bend, straighten. And then bring the knee all the way down. Be careful not to crunch anything. And take your blocks. Shift your hips back. Half splits. And then hands come to the outside of the right leg, twisting half splits. Again, check your back foot. Make sure your toes are in line with your heel. Keep the breath moving. Inhale back to center. Plant the hands. Plant the foot. Pick up the back knee. Come into your plank. So hold in your plank for just a moment here. Wrists right under the shoulders. Press the heels back. Nice and strong. And then we'll lower down. Knees can come down first, or if you're feeling strong today, squeeze the elbows towards your body. Lower all the way down in one straight line. Untuck the toes, tops of the feet to the mat. Press into the feet, press into the hips. Lift the chest as you inhale up to cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Press down to lift up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Reach the shoulder heads back. Slide the shoulders down towards your waist. And exhale down. Plant the toes. Yogi's choice. Press back up to the knees. Plank. Downward facing dog. Walk it out. Walk out your dog. Let's inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale. Bring your knee to your nose, rocking forward. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach it back. This time we'll step it through or get it there however you can. Right foot comes forward, left foot back. Plant your back foot and right set up for warrior two. Heels in line with the arch of the foot, bending the front knee. Reach the left arm forward as you cartwheel your way up to warrior two. Looking down, make sure your knee is moving toward your middle toe. Back foot at 45-degree angle. Torso right over the hips. Left arm in line with the middle. Looking, gazing over the middle finger. And just holding here. Building strength. Think about pressing that way with the feet as you hug the hips toward one another. Beautiful. Drop your left hand to your left thigh. Flip the front palm. Reach it up for your reverse warrior. Breathe here. 3 and 2 and 1. Exhale, arms back to warrior two. Forearm two. Thigh. Left arm. Palm faces up. And reach it up. And try to reach over. So your bicep is reaching towards your ear. Palm faces down. Hold navel towards spine. Can you tuck your right hip under a little bit more as you roll your left hip towards the ceiling? For 3 and 2 and 1. Inhale, back to warrior two. Let's straighten the front leg, hands to the hips, and come to face the long way of the mat. Toes out, heels in. So we're going to come into a forward fold, but I want you to think about, normally we have a tendency to stick our butt out and then fall forward. I want you to try to think about keeping your hips, moving your hips last. So keeping your hips, they're going to come back a little bit, but we don't want to use the hips to fall forward. We want to lean the chest forward. So you have to engage the legs to stay stable as you flow down, slowly coming all the way down. And then fingertips come to the mat or your block. Relax the head and neck all the way down so the crown of the head is facing towards the floor. Some deep breaths here. Walk both hands over to the right foot. And now bend the right knee and straighten. And straighten. And straighten. Hands move back to center. Look on your fingertips, half lift. Exhale, fold back down. Hands move over toward the left foot. And bending the left knee. And straighten. And straighten. And bend. And Move back to the center. Left hand stays down. Right arm floats out to the side, coming into our folded twist. Pull your navel towards your spine to give your torso more room to twist. Reach the back of the hand towards the wall behind you, or actually to your left, I guess it would be. One more breath. Exhale, arm comes down. Right hand directly in front of your face. Left arm sweeps out to the side and reaches out and up and over. Stacking shoulder over shoulder. Pull your navel towards your spine. Twisting to lift the heart towards the ceiling. And breathe for 3. And 2. And 1. Exhale, arm comes down. Bend the knees generously. Hands come to the hips. Torso comes up. And knees out, over the toes. Arms up to cactus for our goddess. Tuck your tailbone, lift the torso, try to keep the chest nice and lifted. Squeeze the shoulders together. On your exhale, straighten everything. Find Queen Star. And then hands come to the hips. Step forward to the top of the mat. And reset. Just take it to Dynasty. Eyes closed, palms face forward. And other side, let's reach up, inhale. Back bend. Hips forward, shoulders back. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale to half lift. Exhale forward. Inhale, hands to the hips. Step your right foot back to set up for warrior 2. Left heel in line with the arch of the right foot. 45-degree angle on that back foot. Bending into the front knee so that the knee goes directly over the middle toe. Torso stays lifted. Arms float out. Gaze over the middle finger. Strong warriors here, pressing equally into both feet. Tucking the tailbone under, lifting the sternum. And breathe. Building heat, building strength. For 3. And 2. Last one. Right arm comes down. Flip the front palm. Reach it up. Reach it back. So side bend here. Reversing our warrior. You can look up at your fingertips or down at the back foot. Inhale back to warrior 2. Exhale, side angle. Forearm to thigh. Right arm reaches back, then reaches up. Bicep over the ear, palm facing down. Can you sink a little lower? For 3. And 2. Last one. Inhale, back to warrior 2. This time let's take triangle. Straighten the front leg. Reach the left arm forward as you bump the left hip, right hip back. Reach, reach, reach. Arm comes down. Hand can come to a block, to the inside of the calf or Shin, right arm floats up, or hand behind your low back. Think about pulling your left hip under as your right hip rolls towards the ceiling. Pull navel towards spine to twist a little deeper. For 3, and 2, last one. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Exhale, plant the hands, step your left foot back to meet the right. Plank pose, heels back, crown of the head reaches forward. Hold, 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 and lower. Knees can come down. If you're working on your chaturanga, squeeze the elbows, lower down, all the way to the mat. We're going to take Sphinx pose here. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Forearms come forward. Elbows directly under your shoulders. Wrap your hands around your elbows. Fingers should wrap right around the elbows. And that should be the right position. If it's too uncomfortable on your shoulders, you can move the elbows forward a little bit. So we want to plant the fingers firmly into the mat. Drag energetically, you're going to drag the hands back. So it's like you're trying to pull the floor towards you to lift the chest. It's a very active pose in the arms. Press the hips down. Your feet can just be relaxed behind you. It's really a compression in the low back. Shoulders away from the ears. Keep pulling that floor back towards you to lift the chest. And if you want to go a little deeper, you can bring your hands out to the corners of the mat. Straighten the arms by pressing up into seal. So this will give you deeper compression in your low back and your lumbar spine. And either way, hands down, elbows in. Just make a little pillow with your hands, so bring your elbows out to the side. And just bring your left cheek to the back of your hands. Take a little rest. And other cheek to the hands. And when you're ready, let's press up to our knees. And come forward to the top of the mat. And to a comfortable seat. We'll start with staff pose. Legs out long, feet flexed. And pull the toes back. You can keep a little bend in the knees. Reach the arms up overhead. Reach, 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 stretching the sides of the body. Now hinging forward from the hips, reaching forward. And really reach as far forward as you can with a flat back. Hands come down, landing wherever they will. And then relax the head and neck, so rounding the back. Stretching the back here, stretching the hamstrings. So it's important to keep a little bend in the knees so we don't overextend or hyperextend the hamstrings or the knees. And just let your breath take you a little bit deeper into the shoulder. And you let go just a little bit more. When you're ready, hands come to your shins, pressing back up. Just roll the shoulders back. Let's bring the right foot in. So we're going to take a twist here. Up to you, whether you just cross the foot over and leave the leg long, or roll it over, tuck the left foot under, as long as you can get both hip bones on the floor. All right, up and out here, left side, same arm, same leg, right? So left hand comes behind, reaching the right arm up. No, other way. Right arm comes behind, the left arm comes up. Exhale as you cross over either in front, hugging the knee in, or if you can get your elbow to the outside of the thigh, using that as leverage to deepen your twist. Try to keep both sits bones on the floor, shoulders level, just twisting from the low back, mid back, shoulders, and the neck and head. Press into that back hand to really kickstand and lift the spine. Crown of the head reaches towards the ceiling. Chin tight, slightly tucked. Take 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, unwind. Take a counter twist to the other side. Your right arm around. And just take a gentle twist in the opposite direction. Try to keep your big toe on the floor, your right big toe on the floor. And back to center. Let's unwind, uncross. Shake it out. Get your right feet. And then keeping the right leg straight, bending the left knee, picking it up, crossing it over, staying here, or shifting the weight over to the right, tucking your right foot underneath you, making room for the hips on the floor. The left arm comes behind. Right arm reaches up. And as you exhale, twisting over, elbow to thigh, or hook your elbow onto the front of your knee. Either way. Spine nice and long. Crown of the head towards the ceiling, twisting from the belly, from the low back. The ribs, the shoulders, head and neck. Looking over your left shoulder. It can be difficult here to keep the breath smooth and steady. Do the best you can. Press your left foot into the mat, your left big toe into the mat. Take 3 more breaths. Left hip stays down. As you inhale, unwind, coming over over to the other side, take your counter twist. Hands come behind you so you can put your weight back to straighten the legs, shake them out, windshield wiper. And scoot forward so that your feet are on the mat, knees bent. Arms come forward. Lean back 45 degrees. Pull your belly towards your spine. Keep your chest lifted. Press into the feet. Lean back a little bit more. Hold. Lean back a little bit more. Anytime you need to grab your knees, go right ahead. Building strength here. Shaking. A little bit lower. And all the way down. Your arms out to the side. Feet coming, setting up for, as you would for bridge, heels in front of the hips. Knees hip width distance apart. Let's hug the right knee in. Press your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Press your right knee open, so our reclined pigeon, you can stay here or interlace, lifting the head and shoulders up, interlacing behind the left thigh. Pick up that left foot, leveraging your right forearm against your right thigh to keep the knee opening. Both feet flexed. You can bring the head and shoulders back down and really keep the focus on the hips. So up level, you can straighten the left leg. Make sure you're breathing. If your leg is extended, bring it down. Place your foot back on the mat. Arms come wide to the sides. And now roll over to your left until your right foot comes either to the floor or if you need to use the block. Place your foot on the block. Try to keep both shoulders down. You can reach, if you can, reach your right ankle with your left hand. You might grab hold of that, and that will allow you to open that knee, let your right knee fall forward toward the top of the head. Deep breathing here. On your next inhale, roll back up to center. Hug the right knee in. Interlace behind the right thigh, straighten the right leg. Flex the right foot, and just get a little hamstring stretch here. Try to encourage the thigh towards the chest, knee bend. And float the right foot down. Heel toe the feet wide, arms come out to the side, and just windshield wiper the knees side to side, resetting the hips. Coming back to center, heel toe the feet back in, so they're directly in front of the hips. Left knee hugs in. left ankle over right thigh, pressing the left knee open with the left hand. You can stay here. Flex the left foot. Or pick up the head, neck, shoulders, interlace behind the right thigh. Pick up the right foot, bending the right knee, flexing both feet. Left forearm pressing into left thigh, pressing the left knee open. Stay here or straighten the right leg. Try to keep the shoulders down, head, neck, shoulders relaxed. Flexing both feet. Anything into any tightness. Last breath. Right foot comes all the way down to the mat. Arms come out to the sides. Left foot rolls to the right side until it comes all the way down to the floor. Or again, if you need a block here, use that right hand to right ankle. Left knee falls open towards the top of the mat. Left shoulder should stay down on the mat. Nice deep twist here. On your next inhale, roll back up to center. Hug the left hand. Hug the right knee in. Knees wide, rocking side to side. And you take your happy baby. Any last movements you want here, whatever's going to feel good for you. Happy baby, straight one leg, another. Both legs come out straight. If you're in happy baby, think about flattening the sacrum so that it's like you're pointing the tailbone down towards the mat. Keep your low back long and flat. When you're ready, bring the feet and knees together. Float the feet down to the mat. Slide the legs up long. And take your Shavasana. So maybe covering up the blanket. Just let your bones be heavy. Feel all the places where your body connects with the mat, floor. Yoga is alignment. Yoga aligns body, mind, and heart. But to experience this degree of alignment, we may need to begin by finding alignment within our own bodies. When we start a yoga practice, we begin to understand our bodies more fully, the ways they move and their particular challenges and limitations. Once we gain a certain level of insight, we can develop a conscious bodily alignment that serves us, from protecting our joints and spine to noticing where we are tight or where we store tension. When we align our bodies in a healthier way, we begin to thrive. Invite your breath to deepen. Start some small movements with fingers and toes. Circle the wrists and the ankles. Rock the head side to side. And hugging the knees into the chest one at a time or both at the same time. Whatever is more comfortable. And finding your way over to your favorite side. And making your way back to a comfortable seat. Bringing hands to our center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. As you go throughout your day, perhaps think about aligning your body, mind, and heart. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, and may you live with ease. Thumbs to the center. Namaste. Beautiful ladies, thank you for showing up.